Jen Day is from West Gardner, Maine, and will be receiving her Bachelor of Science in Accounting, graduating magna cum laude. She will continue at Thomas to pursue her MBA through the accelerated program. Jen is accompanied today by her special guests, her mother, Diane Day, class of 1989, her father, Steve Day, her sisters, her Grammy Jean, her Grandpa Fritz, and Grampy Norman. Please welcome Jen.
Hey guys. Thank you, President LaChance. Now before I get started, if anybody thinks I'm up here for too long, just raise your hand and let me know. I'm okay with that. But in all seriousness, congratulations guys, we did it. Whether you overachieved and completed your degree in 3 years, stuck it out for the traditional 4, or transferred in, there's one thing that we can all agree on. Thomas has definitely changed. Thinking back to August of 2011, when the fall athletes and EDGE students arrived on campus and we were eating in what was known as the atrium, and for those of you who don't know, it was where the dog pound currently is. And that was probably all because the cafeteria was getting its 43rd color painted on the ceiling. Or the composition classes freshman year that was in the Stickney room, and we all loved those right before Tuesday, Thursday lunch block because we all know how crowded that was, but that was all just in case dog let us out early. And in fact, thinking about it, the majority of the buildings have changed. When you look around, it turns out that, well, the Student Financial Services office is in the old library. And when you think about that, it's kind of weird. Or that we used to have a bookstore, but now it's extinct, and it was the largest classroom on campus until, well, 2 weeks ago when they tried to turn it into its newest thing, and I can't wait to see what that turns out to be like. Or the president's office, which is now glass, and behind it is a new president. Or the GPH speed hump that if we probably took at the same pace now, we'd fly right through the academic building. All of these things we were the last ones to experience those, but we're also the first for many others. We're the first to have teams that win on the turf fields. Yep. We're the first to utilize 2 entrances to campus. We're the first to have career services available, not in the alumni house, but you can see them on your way to class. And we're the first to have a mud run and all kinds of other things too. As we've been faced with all these changes throughout our careers at Thomas, though, there are a few things that have stayed the same. Like the people here, whether it be the student financial service ladies and Tim, who smile every time we fork over more money, Professor Betty Jane Meter, who's been retired for I think 3 years now and still sends newspaper cutouts of the sports game that you were in the past weekend that you smile every time you read her wonderful note. Rebecca Kane, who when you walk right in greets you like you have never seen her before, and it is the most comforting feeling of your entire life, and she never forgets the camel on hump day. Gina Fasulo, who inspires many of us to be just a better person and allows the place to vent when needing it. Coach Deb, who I don't think I could even count on one hand the amount of times I haven't seen her smiling. Coach Merrill, who uprooted her entire life to join our Thomas College dream for the women's lacrosse team. And to all of the professors who were willing to give us directed study hours in order to make sure that we got the best that we wanted out of our career. And last but not least, and probably the most important to me, Dr. Edwards. He is the first to stop you in the hall and congratulate you on yesterday's game, no matter if you won or lost. He's the first to offer to buy you a coffee in Jeannie's Cafe, even if you've already had 2. He's the one who not only reads 300 written essays by the incoming freshman class, but also takes that extra time to write the personalized response back. Some of us even know him as a secret admirer on more newspaper cutouts, which are brought home to be strictly used as refrigerator material. Others know him as the man who carries around a package of star stickers ready to hand out at any time, but only in the occasion of excellence. And while the list for this wonderful man can go on, at this time I'd like to thank him for all that he has done and have him come up here to receive his very own well-deserved Star of Excellence. That's from all the secretly admired kids in the class of 2015. And I'd like to conclude by one saying that I thought of last night at like 11 p.m. No matter how many construction-filled, sleepless nights that life may have brought us during this journey of change, there are always people behind every noise that make it worth it. Thank you.